Hello everyone, Warangel here and welcome back to RimWorld. Now today we're starting a new season on the channel which is going to be quite different from our first season with the Radical, in that it's going to be a tribal playthrough where we're going to incorporate dinosaurs and lizardmen in the world as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with The Banished, a story voted for by you, the viewers. Now the way I've done this video is split it up into two parts. Episode 0, that is released the same time as this video, talks about some of the mods that I'm using in the playthrough as well as the setup for the scenario. Although if you're not interested in that, this video is where we go straight into the playthrough. And if you go to the video description, you'll find a link to the mod collection on the Steam Workshop anyway. So just check out that video if you want to see sort of the order some of the things are, as well as a bit of backstory about the world we're set in and so on and so forth, just in case you want to play at home as well. So, with that said, let's get started with the story of The Banished, where we've got a young couple in front of us, Bara and Rakai, and this is their story. Since childhood, both of you were promised to others within the tribe. However, the two of you fell in love, and despite being married to others, you kept your relationship a secret from your partners and the tribe. One day, however, the two of you were caught and brought before the elders. Following tribal law, the two of you were banished from the tribe for failing to keep to your marriage vows. With nothing but the clothes on your back, you left the only home and family you ever knew. And then so, after days of walking, you found a place that you felt could be a new start for you. A new home to settle and create your own future together. So, with that said, here is our two tribe members who are making their way across this large river right in the middle of the map. And I think it's going to be a nice spot for us actually to set up. In fact, we've got this right here, a nice little abandoned building that could be perfect for us to start setting things up temporarily. I would like to try and have my own sort of spot, maybe move things a bit further down, because we've got a fair bit of fertile ground here that we can use to make sure crops go quickly. And we've actually got our first sign of dinosaurs. Psittacosaurus. Okay. This one is from the Jurassic RimWorld mod, Jurassic Park mod. Huh. Okay. What we're going to do then is we're going to claim this one first of all, and ask my colonists to put a roof over it. This is going to be our temporary setup until we sort of set up our own home. And the way I'm going to do this playthrough, in fact pause it while I set this up. What I'm going to do for this playthrough is actually grow our colony, our tribe, out quite organically. So what I mean by that is that at the moment we've only got Bara and Rakai. And so it doesn't seem to make much sense, since these two are the only ones we've got, to actually have, multiple homes just sitting around waiting for future colonists or future tribes people to join. So what we'll do is just set up a home for these two. And as we have more people join, we can add to our sort of camp, I guess you could say, and build more buildings as needed. But for now, I think it's just great to be able to grow things a bit organically, and we can control a bit then where we want stuff. And if we need to tear something down, we tear something down. But for now, we're going to have that set up, and we need to sort out their work. So what I'm going to do is set up a couple of things so all of them are going to be considered high priority. So for example, Rakai is our better person when it comes to medicine, so you're going to set that up, although I'll set that to number 2. Just because I want to make sure that if she is... Well, actually, no, we'll keep it like that. All plus, basic, finish, rearming we don't need to worry about because we don't have turrets in this playthrough. But we do have things that need to be refueled, like campfires and that. So we'll have that activated. We'll have rearm for traps as needed. And what I'm going to do then is basically activate everything then that's needed to be, that isn't selected already, to be number 4. Okay. That way then they will always have something to do. Is my sort of thought about this. But if they're not particularly trained, then it means they'll do that as a last resort, leaving someone who's more experienced to actually get on with it. But it means they will always find something to do in the world anyway. So if we just do something like this for the moment. Right. Like so. Then what we need to do then is set it up so basic jobs need to be like ones they're going to be good at. The ones I want them to do all the time. I want them to actually be like level 2. Warden I'll put to level 3 just because I want him to be able to chat a bit, and likewise we'll do something like that as well. But like handling and training, for example, will be Bara's specialty, so he will do that as a 2 priority. Butchering and cooking will be hers. Brewing we can leave as free for the moment. We'll put hunting for 2 for her because she's going to be one of our main hunts. In fact, we'll put it as 1. If we need anything hunting, she's going to be the one that's going to have to do it. And that's sort of why I've got things set up as well, the way we have it. So if we want something set up as a priority, we can just click on it to make it go up to 1. Otherwise, they'll just carry on with whatever's number 2, number 3, and so on. And it's quite a nice idea that I've got after watching World1D2 Gaming's videos, that you can this gives you a bit of extra control then about where you want people to do what. But it also means everyone can get on with what they need to do. So something like that should be quite nice. Yeah, I think that should work for us. And like I say, we can always adjust it as needed. So what we need to do first of all is we need to put down some doors and that so we can claim this spot until we make our own place. Let's chop down some wood. In fact, chop down that wood as well, just so we can make a door and what have you. Need plenty and plenty of wood for this. We also need to get some food, because our people are going to starve quite quickly, so let's go a bit closer. Any more berries? No. Let's claim these berry bushes though, the ones that we can do. Peaches, can we get any peaches from here yet? We cannot. We've got an apple tree nearby. We can harvest this at least. Okay, another peach tree not grown yet. Okay. Oh, we've got more dinosaurs down here as well. Dacorex. Apparently they're quite gentle. And they're quite advanced trade abilities, so we can actually train them up to be pets around the base. That'd be pretty interesting. Okay, let's get some more berries from here. We'll get mushrooms. Do we need mushrooms? Maybe at some point. But let's let our colonists get on with this. Once they get over here at least. And just so we get things set up, we need a couple of things inside the base itself. First of all, we need a stockpile. We'll pop that somewhere like here. We need some temporary spots. Oh, we can't do that because we need to get wood first. Okay, sure. We'll let the colonists get on with that. We need a sleeping spot for them to sleep in. So we get furniture. We need a sleeping spot. We'll just dump it down here for the minute. And how cold is it? It's about 9 degrees. So let's just put a torch in here for the moment. Like I said, this is going to be very temporary because I do want to set it up so we actually have a base and a house that I create. And I've got a good template for that after going through the subreddits on on Reddit. Yeah, the subreddit on Reddit. Imagine that, eh? But I've gone through on there and I found a nice little sort of template someone's done for like a fisherman shack where it's quite nice. It's sort of nice, close, personal, and quite ideal for like a beginning settlement like this. So we'll let them get on with what they need to do. And now that we've got some wood, we can actually start placing down our spots. So we've got a structure. We're going to just get some basic shelter up here and here. We'll do shelter door here as well. That should seal things up then. It means that we can actually start warming up the place itself. Let's set this now for Bauer and Wakai. And if we're going to be living here, something we're going to need to do is start putting down some crops here so they're ready to grow. In fact, as a priority, let's set up Wakai slightly different. Let's have it so she can go and harvest as a bit more of a priority for her right now. In fact, I think after this, all the wood I've asked to be crafted now, we might cancel some of it. To be fair, it's not a lot, is it? We'll get rid of those. We'll let them finish off their job then, and then they can go and hunt down some berries for me. Start bringing them back to base then. In fact, if we... There we go, they're already eating those. Do we actually have much mushrooms on the map? Mushrooms grow extremely quickly. So if we have much mushrooms nearby, ask for these to be harvested too. And then what we can do is just have a campfire, set it up in here. So we've got a temperature campfire just to warm things up a bit more as well. Might make a nice alternative instead of having the torch now, actually. There we go. Then what we can do is actually set it up so we can have some simple meals cooked. We don't want to make too many because they will go off over time, but if we just set it up so it's something like this. Thank you, Bauer. I was expecting Wakai to actually get on with that because, well, cooking is not your thing, it's hers. But there we go. Oh, we picked up some Devil Strand randomly from somewhere as well. Okay. Now another priority we need to do is actually start sorting out things like weapons and stuff. So we want to make sure we get something like that set up. So if we go to production, we'll go for a crafting spot, we'll just stick it right by here. And what we're going to do then is set up both a... Let's have a look. A good recurve bow for her. And then, do we have the option to make just knives, clubs, axes? We can make an axe, certainly. Stone blocks. We can make a stone axe. We can make a wooden axe if needed. Do we have anything like steel or something I can just tear down? We've got limestone right here, in fact. Anything else, potentially? Ah, we've got steel right here, in fact. Let's ask for these to be deconstructed. What's this? Granite. Okay. So I'm going to look on this side as well to see if there's anything of use. We've got plenty of abandoned buildings we can carve down. We've got glowstones that we can use to make, basically, they're heatless torches. They give off a nice little pale light that does light up this place, but you don't have to keep refueling it. But they don't provide any heat. Oh wow, more dinosaurs. I seem surprised to see dinosaurs on the map. That's because I'm not used to seeing so many. Normally they're supposed to be rarer than the vanilla animals, but with the different 2 dinosaur mods working together, yeah, like this one comes in from Dinosauria, the Diplodocus, where you can read a bit about it here. Whereas these guys come in from the Jurassic Park mod. Oh, there we go. We picked up our first weapon, a bow that Wakai's going to now pick up. There we go, fantastic. Let's actually set up your work schedules now that I remember to do this. So what we'll do is something like this. I'll swap it around in a minute for 1 or 2 things. So for example, what we'll do then is recreation. We'll stick 2 hours here, so that would include meals. We'll put a slot here for anything like that. And anything can also come here as well. There we go. Okay, we've got them deconstructing that. Good. Let's pop on to floors. We need to remove the floors from here as well. Oh. Bleeding out in 5 hours. What were you attacking? A Dicorex. In that case, that will potentially... How are you for hunger? Can we tell? We can't. Why are you bleeding out? Oh, it's because you got a lot of injuries. Now, I'm not going to try and hunt it, so I think that's just be quite stupid, but we will claim the dinosaur... Well, claim it's the corpse here for our food stockpiles. So if someone can go and claim that for me. Okay, we need to swap this around temporarily. Let's go to this. Corpses. Animal corpses. Yeah, we don't want insect corpses. So bring that into here. And then we need a butcher spot. So again, here, production, campcrafting, butcher spots. We'll put it outside, actually. I know it's a penalty for outdoors, but it'll be okay. No butcher's house, go to butcher all creatures. Do it so as long as they come within the area, that's fine. Don't want them to go too far after all. So Akai should be going off now to bring in the dead body. Okay, that one's bleeding out. We might ask it to be finished off then in that case. And there we go, Bauer's off to do that. Okay, you can haul that back in too. There we go, we're now getting some good meals brought in. Okay, how long does these last? 4 days. Now between the 2 of them, they were to go probably through 6 meals a day, I think. So if we make sure we always have 6 meals available to us then. So do until we have 6. Okay, pause when we have 2 left. That should do as a temporary sort of setup. And Bauer, you've now picked up an axe. Go and equip it for me, please. There we go. Right. While she's setting that up, I'm going to start setting up our base. So what I'm going to do is just skip through it and I'll show you my end result in just a second. Okay guys, so this is going to be our future home, just a nice little spot right here. So we're going to have the main building itself, where we're going to be able to sleep, eat, cook, and what have you. Although I'm going to get a stone oven to go outside, so that way then we can keep things separate and not take up too much room inside the building itself. We've got a little storage unit here that can be expanded, so we can put wood stockpiles and stuff like that in here. And we've got a little outhouse here for us to use the latrine if needed. We're going to have a nice little sort of pier coming out here so we can go fishing. And we've got 1 or 2 shellfish traps I'm going to be installing around. Just so we can get a bit of extra food coming in from the, well, the giant river in the center here. We might as well take advantage of it after all. And then finally we also got all the fencing that's going to be going around it. So it's going to take a little while for them to build. And in particular it looks like Barra's going to start putting down the wood for the fence already. But it'll be eventually a nice little location for us. So it's not too far for them to be able to make their way back and forth as well. Now I just need to put down a few more, well, change a couple of the growth zones. So example, here we're going to grow some corn. Here I think we'll grow some corn as well. We've got a few of these sort of scattered around, taking advantage of the high fertility of the soil as well to make things go quicker. So for here, for example, we're going to make sure we get some heal roots, because otherwise we're not going to have anything for medicine purposes. We'll get some cotton as well, so we can eventually use that for some things. We'll probably put some psychoid down as well, just because, well, might as well make some psychoid tea, boost the immune system a little bit. Could put down some smoke leaf as well, because, you know, it gives us our characters something to do. And it does give us a bit more zone, although what we're going to do, try and make things a bit more defensible. It's going to be a good idea if we can go to security. Maybe we'll put some earthen mounds or something like that along here, just so our colonists will have, you know, some defenses to be able to cover themselves from any archer fire heading their way. Now just notice this Albertosaurus is sitting around. It is injured, but not by much. Okay, definitely something for us to bear in mind. And we've got you making your way to here as well. Are you vegetarian? You are. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's let our colonists get on with what they need to do. We will need to start sorting out some recreation for them as well, while I remember to do that. So let's go to rec. We can make a marimba if we wanted to make an instrument for them to play. Or otherwise, let's just get a nice little hoopstone ring inside the base. And don't worry, this isn't going to be made out of logs, although I do plan to make it out of stone eventually. It's just an issue since we don't have access to any of the workbenches, that what we can do, like I've set up here, put a stone chipping spot. This takes absolute ages, basically, to do. So therefore, I might as well just go for something a bit, you know, quick and easy to make, and then we can always expand to it as we finish the technology. So, in fact, speaking of places, we need to make sure as well, we're going to incorporate a few things. So, for example, once this is done, we'll need to put down a dump-in storage, so we can have stone chunks, bodies, anything like that. We're getting a storage box and a food basket, so we can put down, like, raw food that we can then cook into meals and stuff like that as needed. But we'll let them get on with this for the minute. We'll make sure as well. In fact, let's start setting that up as a priority for him. So we're going to make sure our harvest and grow goes up, so he should be setting up then to do that. And what we can do then with Kai is get her delivering as a priority, so she will start bringing all the stuff over, but not actually get started with any of the building. In fact, what we could do, while I remember to do this, is use tilled soil. Now, this vanilla mod for this actually gives you 200 fertility, and I think that's very overpowered. So what I'm going to do is just, I've got a variation that only gives 120%, so it's a small bonus, but not as good as having fertile soil. But it does mean that we can actually place this down and it will continue growing a bit. Although I should have done it before they started planting, but, you know, we learn from our mistakes, don't we? Right, so we'll set something like that up then. Okay, looks like you're sitting around already. Are you trying to come over here and eat my crops? I hope not. Otherwise we may have some words with you here. Okay, thank you Akai for setting all that up. Just need you to actually get started with maybe putting down the bases for here. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, visitors have arrived at my colony. You know what? I will ensure your safety. Here we got a loner from the Blue Bee Asdo. Yona Tranka. Okay. I'll tell you what. Just to help things out a bit, let's pop onto here. We're going to go to furniture and put down a sleeping spot. Just to help things out a bit, I will make it so it's for guests, because I do have the hospitality mod as well. Although, I didn't realize we can actually charge them a fee for coming here. Interesting. May have to remember that. Now, I would like to trade with you, Trunk, and see what you got, but unfortunately we don't actually have much in the way of meals ourselves. And I have to be honest, I'm a bit... Barra, can you go off, please? Until this space is done and we have a fence to keep the dinosaurs outside of the location, I feel a little bit disconcerted about having him just sort of lying down on the ground where there's dinosaurs right nearby. Although, to be honest, he would have grown up with these, so he's probably more comfortable about them than I certainly would be in the same situation. Right, storage box. What we're going to keep in here? We can keep weapons and stuff straight away. That's certainly something to consider. But what I'm probably going to do is make sure we keep meals in here. We're going to keep what we need. Medicine in here. I don't know if we'll ever get access to Glitterwood and her medicine, but I'll put it all down as available anyway. Corpses, not that concerned. Since this looks like it's going to be here for a while, Bauer thinks we should give our faction a name. What should our faction be called? The Kango of the Cliff? Nah. Purple Prairie Dog Barrow? Nah. Alliance of Tremley. Confederacy of Card Tribe. But you know what we could do? This is going to be somewhat cheesy, but I quite like the idea of it. We're going to change this. We're going to call it Barakai. Why not? You know, his name's Bauer, her name's Wakai, it works. And then this, I don't know, we're going to call it New Haven. Just because it is, as far as they're concerned, this is their new home. So, yeah, quite like that little idea. Okay. So Bauer, we need you to finish off doing this. You are still cooking meals, that's good to see. We need, to be honest though, that's boiling in 8 hours. What I may do then, switch this over and just ask it to be done forever, and get Wakai to busy focus on doing that, because the way RimWorld works is that even though this is going to spoil in 6 hours, once we cook it into a meal, it's going to be much, much easier for them to manage. Oh, that's considered more of a priority, eh? I'll tell you what we'll do then, actually. Let's go on to campfire. Let's drop it down on the floor. Because I'd rather her focus on getting as many of these meals done quickly and use up all this meat before it spoils and we'll just have what and stuff that's not going to be any use to us. Because now, if we look at this, despite the fact that meat was only going to last another 3 hours, 4 hours, it now spoils in 4 days. Much, much better for us. And our last bit of meat, can't do much about it, so we'll just leave it. I suppose we could ask Makai here. Cut that wild corn plant. Does that give me enough? It does. Okay, go and cook me that last bit of meat. Perfect. Right. There we go. Sorted. So now we've got our fences down, although we are going to have to prepare that we're going to want to maybe build a bit more across here, just so we can stop people from actually coming, still entering our land. Because they can't go through the deep water, but they'll be able to cross over on the shallow. But you know what? I think that'll be okay. We'll be alright. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But meals are now down here, I think, at this point. Have we got enough wood to be able to... No. We need to get more wood. Let's come on to here. Chop wood. Let's ask for this to be harvested. Ask for all that to be harvested too. And all that as well. There we go. Did we set up a campfire to be done here as well? I think we did. Although something I did want to do though is where did we find... We did have granite, or we can use... Let's use the limestone here. And ask for all of this to be deconstructed. Is there a roof on it? That's another question I need to check. No. Okay, that's fine. In fact, that though is something we need to do. So we do have a mod, a cleaning area mod. It's a bit outdated. It's one of the ones that popped up in the episode 0 as a warning. But I find it still pretty much works. So, what was that? Oh, there. Why? Albertosaurus is attacking this. Okay, I can't guarantee either of the chances. Yeah, the Albertosaurus has got a big, big chance of winning this. Enigmosaurus? What the hell is that? Okay, that's fine. It's not a meat eater. Okay, that's what I was concerned about. It's fine. It's okay. Right, what was I going to do? Crap, I've slipped my mind now. I got distracted by the loud noise. Oh yeah, we were gonna have that get taken down. But I did want Barra here. Can you set up on sorting out this wood, finishing off the building as fast as you can, please? What do you mean you need more wood? Really? Oh yeah, we had a campfire inside here. That's good. We keep that going. And we've got that going now, so what we could do is go to production. We need a fishing spot. Put that there. And it means now we can actually continue fishing, getting a bit of food. Well, the Barra, you got other priorities, my dude. Ideally before the dinosaurs come and eat us all. What the hell is that? A Garalulu... What? A large extinct species of vine garoon. Their claws boast incredible strength, and when threatened they can release a large cloud of acidic spray from large antenna-like tail. Oh wow. This can cause severe acid burns. Oh, and you eat meat as well. Oh crap. Oh, you had to be right next to our base as well, didn't you? Just don't get hungry until we finish building all of this, please. Go and eat this if you need to, okay? Oh, you've come inside the base. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, I'll tell you what then. Let's get this. And let's build it up to here. Okay. Barra, we need you to start working on this, my man. I know you really want to go fishing, and I'm happy for you. I really am. But can you go and actually make this? So we don't have dinosaurs coming inside the base. Oh, even this giant thing. Oh, I really don't want to see that in here. Okay, okay. Let it cut. Okay, it's coming the wrong way. We want it to go outside. Go outside. Go. Nope, wrong way. I mean, I suppose we could always just lock it in here and let it starve to death. Dunno. Okay, let's have you actually help cut down some of the wood as well. I know Akai is really helping here, and it's fantastic, but I kind of will get this done sooner rather than later. Like, we still got a hole here that we need to patch up. Okay, go and patch this up for me. Thank you. Oh, marriage is on. Ah, Barra proposed marriage to Akai and she agreed, and so now the two of them are engaged. Oh, that's sweet. What we're doing then, just in preparation, is to actually put down a marriage spot. I'm going to put it down on the pier, because it's overlooking over here. I think that's kind of a really beautiful place for a marriage. Hey, what can I say? I can be sentimental at times when I want to be. Right. Okay, Barra. Let's change some of this around. I'm going to put that as a lower tier, because right now, you need to be constructing, we need to be growing stuff, we need to basically be having you do anything else but this. Thank you. Much, much better. My fault for not setting it up as a priority beforehand. So let's switch on to here a minute. We need to chop down wood in here. And when we get enough wood, what we will do as well is set it up so we can start putting down floors. Okay. The problem is now we've got that one out. Let's keep this one held open. So I'll tell you what, Barra, if you want to pop out here a second. Just keep an eye out until it comes through. Thank you. What? How? Oh, damn it. Okay, I'll tell you what, Barra, pop through here again. Alright, continue on your thing. Make sure then... Okay, at least we got that done. Right. What we'll do next is swap this around, so this now is going to be where our characters sleep. That's a good little spot for them at the very least. Oh, they were awfully disappointed by their stay. Well, I'm sorry. We didn't expect you to come and stay, to be completely honest. Some people, you just can't leave them satisfied. Okay, let's put a stockpile in here now. Where this one is going to have the priority of just getting basically wood. Things like wood, yeah, it's going to be basically a wood pile. So let's come on to here. In fact, let's just type in wood. Yeah, wood and ironwood. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we'll call this our wood pile. Like so. We'll have another zone outside now. In fact, let's just hide this. We'll put another zone outside now, a stumping one. We'll put it right next to the outhouse here. Something like that. And what we'll do then is just make it so this one will have... Clear this. This one will basically have chunks. In particular, any stone chunks. We don't need to worry so much about steel slag at the moment. And anything from raw sources, we want to have like steel. In particular, we could also put down glowstones if we wanted to. Or put silver down for the minutes. Any ancient chitin can go here, and stone blocks too. There we go, that should work, and bygone chitin. So this stuff is basically exoskeleton from prehistoric insects. They're quite, can be quite tough to, to make and use, so it will work out. Okay, crayfish, got that sorted, right. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that and that. Get rid of these as well. And then we can start moving them down to here instead. So, for example, did we start demolishing that building? We didn't yet. Okay. That's fine, just so I know. Okay, pop that down here. We'll call this outside storage. Can't spell storage, apparently. There we go. You can finish roofing that up. Fantastic. Let's get that hauled in now to our new wooden stockpile. Thank you. That can be hauled in as well. Okay, what we need to do then is have the butcher zone here. Let's have butcher anything. We'll have it do this, but we'll keep it quite small. So we'll have anything that actually gets hunted inside the place. So it will include the fish that we've picked up, for example. But, because that needs to be done as quickly. But Kai, can you actually get on with that? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Oh, crap. Where are you going with that? Oh, here. Right. Cancel that a minute. Okay. Go and hold that. Oh, come in. Did we not set this up? No, we didn't. Right. Basically, we're going to have this for any sort of raw food that needs to go in here. This will include meat, vegetables, whatever. I know in real life you don't keep the two combined in the same, well, barrel in this case, but it'll work just fine. Here then, we need to make sure this includes pemmican, ideally. Raw foods, pemmican, there we go. Right, animal products, okay, vegetarian, raw meat, yeah, that should work fine. So that should be now hauled in, thank you Bauer. And unfortunately now I've noticed we've still got a dinosaur inside the base. Not ideal. Let's ask this to be hauled up, kept open. Bauer, if you can make your way quickly out here, and then continue with what you need to do. Hopefully then if this Albertosaurus just gets to get peckish, you can leave out the gate instead. Okay, you're getting on with... Oh dear. Oh, wandering. Okay, for a second I thought it was trying to hunt. Phew. Okay. Right. Done? Okay, close that. Wakai, gonna excuse your fishing your butcher in a minute. Just, there we go. Oh, we got both a small herd of Fombos, small herd being one in this case, and Blue Jay, a raid coming in. Okay, you're armed with a bygone chitin knife. Okay. Now, because did it say he's attacking immediately? It is. Okay. What we're doing then, while I actually remember to do this, I need to sort this out as well. So we need to come on here. Let's make area 1. So area 1 is where we're going to have as a cleaning spot, right? So we'll have that set up like this. We'll have it so we can clean the toilets. And I suppose we can clean in here as well. So we'll do that. Manage areas. Call this cleaning area. Change that now so it's cleaning area. And for both of my colonists, I want to make sure that cleaning is a bit of a priority. Don't want to have it so they keep going at it all the time, but at least so they can keep their place tidy, you know? I think it's only fair. That needs to be hauled in. Okay, Bauer... Right, you're still getting on with that. Crap, we really are going to have to sort out something for that, aren't we? Okay, Wakai, we need you to get out here so you can start attacking Blue Jay. suppose we really needed to, we could always make the fence go all the way out towards here. Just to keep it so it is impassable, and so you know, don't have random dinosaurs just entering the place. Especially if they get hungry. Last thing we want is that to happen. Okay, come on, Rakai. There we go, perfect. Good job. Okay, get back to that. You can finish off butchering them as we need. Alright, we're going to actually get a growing zone here as well, it seems. Forgot about that. So, what we're going to get here, probably just... Yeah, let's go hay grass. I think we need it for some of the floors I might be using. So, bamboo, hops could also work as well. Thinking about it. Or we can go for coffee. Let's go hops for the moment. Okay, Barra, how are you getting on? Okay, you're bringing in the limestone, which means now, if we pop onto here, we can go to production, and we can now make a limestone oven outside. So we can actually rely on proper meals rather than just using this. Okay, excellent. Okay, in the meantime though, since we got it here, we might as well use it. So let's just make me a bunch of meals. If you can, that'd be fantastic. Okay, well, Kai, I'm actually going to have you drop delivering down so it's lower. We still want you to try and do it when you can, but it's not as big a priority for us right now. Although, something we could do, actually, is set up... Oh, that doesn't sound healthy. What's getting attacked and eaten? Ah, here. Let's ask for that to be hauled in. And we'll stick it on the outside storage as well. We'll allow corpses to come here. Because it's going to be handy for us to be able to get any fresh meat that we can. Especially once we build up this oven. Because then we can actually smoke the meat. And make sure that it sticks around for quite some time. So we'll just leave that to happen till the morning. And I'm actually quite liking the idea of making that fence come out. Although it's not realistic. I suppose we could make it go out a bit more, just like we did here. Yeah, let's just do that. In fact, just do something like that. Because then that's deep moving water. That should prevent anyone from coming this way. They'll have to come all the way around if dinosaurs insist on coming in here. Yeah, that will work out just fine. Okay, so now we've done that. Limestone. Let's go smoke meats. Do forever. Smoke meats, do forever. Okay, and then what we can do then is ask for Psychite tea to be done. And if we've got any simple meals. Let's do that. How many is that? Let's say 6 at a time. 6 per colonist. There we go. Unpause though when you get down to 1 meal each. And then take it to, yeah, best stockpile. There we go. So what this does now is that she'll take the time to actually smoke the meat. Smoked meat lasts much longer than standard meat. We can still use it in meals, but by doing it in this particular way, make sure then that we have it as a priority then, and the meat will last forever. So like if we pop onto here, smoked meats, there, will spoil in 60 days, even though it hasn't been refrigerated. So that ensures now we've got plenty of meat coming in here, we've got that coming in too. What we could do is, actually, that will be a handy one. Let's come onto here, make bulk pemmican, do that forever, and we'll have that so it's, let's have that as a priority. That should work. And all we can do then as well, we need to bring this in. Bring that down to where it needs to go. What's... Raptor leather, dinosaur... Okay. The wood pile might not just be a wood pile then. In that case. What I'm going to do then, expand it out some more. Something like that. And then we'll just call this the... stock cabin. I don't know. call it that. And then what we can do now is incorporate anything that we need to fit in here. So stuff like leathers, cloth, textiles. There we are. That's the word. Yeah. Eventually we could put down more of these storage boxes that will allow us to keep things in it. But for now I think that's fine. In fact, we need to do some research. Basic workbenches, that will be a good one for us to try and get. But complex furniture will allow me to actually get our hands so we can make beds and stuff like that. Yeah, let's go for complex furniture first of all. Have that set up then, so she is researching as a somewhat priority. Yeah. Okay, actually let's go on to structure. Boardwalk, just so we can have it so it looks like it comes out and joins there. There we go. Alright, dismantle those, thank you. Expand the zone. There we go. Now we just need to... Actually, we can start... One thing we could do and start doing is actually... hide those. Let's go first of all to security. Let's get earthen mounds going. Just so we have some defenses against any enemy fire that comes our way. So something like that. There. Then we got the gate here, don't forget. So put something like that up to here too. Like I said, just so we have something we can hide behind if we get attacked. All that wood can be hauled in. Alright, potatoes. Harvest a potato. Harvest a potato. It's just funny to see this Fombo walking around and realizing it's not the biggest thing on the map anymore with all these dinosaurs. Right, that should help things out a bit, and we can always put down sandbags eventually as well. In fact, what do we need for sandbags? Oh, we just need steel nowadays. Right. Because of the Fertile Fields mod, I'm so used to having it that we need to have things like cloth and sand and stuff like that. But now we just need to have steel. It feels weird to actually do that. Right. Any traps we want to put down? Not particularly. Can we do something about that body, though? Go on the campfire a minute. We used to be able to burn bodies on here. Can we still do that? Apparently not. Although something we will need to do, actually. Because we've got this latrine being built, we do need to have somewhere that we can sort of burn the crap that's going to be going in it. So let's go to hygiene. A burn pit. That's what we need. Let's stick it outside the base. We'll stick it here. In fact, let's build 2 of them, because there tends to be a lot of it that comes our way. So we'll do that. We'll put down as well. Zone. Dump in stockpile. Let's put 1 around it. And this will have Blau Warten. Any Warten corpses can come over here. Actually, change that slightly. Any colonist corpses do not go over here. And then any waste can come over here as well. There we go. Just so as we eventually clear out the latrines, we can always make sure then that we have, you know, somewhere to get rid of corpses. There we go. Right. Rebels getting on with that. I think the only problem we're going to have with this sort of setup is because of these shellfish traps, we will constantly get access to food, which is fine. But then the problem is that we're not going to have time to do much research. So what I may do... How good are you research? Absolutely crap. Okay, let's modify plant cuts. Harvest can go down. Hunting will keep as a priority. Warden will keep. But yeah, we'll have it that as long as you're not doing anything else, you can clean and then do research. In fact, cleaning can become a slightly less priority for you. Oh, we picked up some cloth. And we picked up an eel. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to put down floors now too, didn't we? Especially outside, like, because we got this square in here, it's not going to be ideal because, you know, it's outside, it's dirty, it could lead to problems. So let's go floors. Let's get a nice wooden floor. What type should we go for? This one or this one? Let's go for the first type. do something like that. Set that up there, there. Or do we want a nice log floor? Nice log floor, why not? We got plenty of wood available to us on the map. It's so weird after playing the Radical that we've got that sort of option where we just got so much wood that we can use. Okay, let's do something like that here as well. That should give them something to do at least. And I suppose we could put a nice log one out here in the outhouse too. Excuse me guys, I didn't realize you were doing some loving. Okay. Defenses are done. What I could do then, let's set up research for him as a bit of a higher priority. Even if he's not good at it, at least we're going to be able to get it done, especially if Akai is going to be busy doing other stuff. Alright, that can be hauled in too before it deteriorates. Thank you. Okay, I have to say, I'm quite happy with the situation we've got for our little base here. That we've got it all set up quite nicely. We've got gardens, we've got somewhere for them to live. As we have more people join us, we'll be able to expand the base a bit more. Yeah, that's going to be I'm quite happy with this location. Now, if we pop out to the world, I mean, something we could eventually do with blocks and that is actually create our own road going up to join up with this one here, so we can eventually have easy access to join up with talk to these other tribes. Some of them are mentally hostile, but we may be able to at least bring some stuff over to chat to them. And with the dinosaurs available on the map, we'll be able to even tame some of these, depending of course what they eat, because I'm not going to try and get any meat eaters necessarily. Like this one could be quite a nice one to join us. What's the chance of it? 80% revenge chance on tame fail. Okay, maybe not ideal then. But I suppose if we can find any fertile dinosaur eggs, that could work. Something to think about at least. Let's come over here as well. Let's have you remove this, because we might as well take advantage of it now and use it. So that can be go, that can go. That can be demolished, that can go, that can go. And, oh yeah, let's make sure this no longer counts as our home area. Don't really need that to count either. But the rest of it can stay exactly as it is. Perfect. Alright, once we get enough stone blocks, we'll be able to actually make it then so we can... Oh, it's now summer. Winter is coming. Your food crops will grow in the winter cold. Be sure to store enough food to survive. Okay, that's good to know. In fact, what we can do here is just expand the zone out and take over there. Because why we have two different zones all making corn, I don't know. Okay, that one. Just expand out here. There we go. Alright, another growing zone can come here then. Now, let's make sure there is a bit of a gap between them. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. And what can we have growing here? There's a bit of variety. Still got cycled growing. What we could do is actually have... swap it over, so where is it? Where's hay? Oh yeah, hay grass. Could potentially put that down as a floor in someone else's base, but... on the other hand... now let's turn that to smoke leaf, and then the smoke leaf one we do have growing here, we'll swap it over to something else eventually. But the big priority for us after all is to make it so we actually have somewhere for our people to live. Okay, campfire. You know what, actually, I think I'll put that in here. Just because while we might not necessarily need it to cook things, it would be nice to have like a gather spot for our colonists. Ah, we've run out of damn wood. That's why. Story of my life sometimes. Okay, let's harvest all of this white outside. That should give me more than enough for what I need. Okay, I get on over here actually. Nearly done. Oh, we've... Oh, crap. I forgot about that. Okay, let's go on to here. Remove the roof zone from here, just first. If you can do that, there we go. Because the last thing I need is for it to land on top of him and he gets injured or killed, just because I forgot to take the roof off. There we go. Much, much better. Oh, I can't believe I forgot about that. It's such a common thing to forget to do in RimWorld as well. So I suppose it can be excused. Right, Wakai can get on with that. What the hell is that? Quetzalcoatlus. Perhaps the most famous Asdar kid due to his infamy as the largest flying reptile of all time. Lives up to his godlike name with speed, strength, and velocity. When left alone, however, it is truly a sight to behold. Tribals offer to refer to them as firebeaks and ward them away with vases full of rainwater. Well, I was not expecting to see that. Okay, we're now dangerously low on food apparently. What we're doing is just waiting now for our crops to grow. It's just taking a while for it to happen. Bandit camp. Apparently we can get whatever an elixir of healing is. It's guarded by one enemy. It is quite a trek away though from our colony. I mean, if we were to try and do this, how many days would it take? 1.65. Okay. You know, it just occurred to me about something. We got dinosaur scale, and we've... How much do I need to make a bedroll? Oh, 85. Oh. A little bit more than I thought we needed. Okay. Do we have any more dinosaurs nearby that's injured, killed, something we can bring in to as hauling? Apart from maybe the steel can come in handy. Any more? Oh, we got stegosauruses. I'm trying to click on one. There, stegosaurus. You're injured. You're dead and rotten. Do we not have any recently killed dinosaurs, or have they already been eaten? I can't see anything. Ah, here. We're spoiled in 1.9 days. Someone haul that in, if possible. Now have a quick look to see if there's anything a bit closer to home on this side. Oh well, someone's already eaten a timber wolf. And a turkey. I'll tell you what, Bauer, can you quickly pop over and pick up those two... Where were they? Come on, I literally had them on the screen a second ago. Hang on, there's that one. So it was somewhere... amidst all the blood? Oh, God. You know what? Never mind. My colonists should be... There. Haul in turkey dead to outside storage. There we go. Okay, Rakai is doing the same. Excellent. Snail meat has rotten away. That's unfortunate. We may have to have it so if there's any... I'll tell you what, if we go to this bit here, and if we go up to make it so it just includes rotten, so if we have raw food be delivered up here as well. Does this include rotten mush? Do we actually get rotten mush in this game? I'm not sure actually. Rotted... No, we don't. Huh. Fair enough. Okay. There we go. Okay, we've now got a bit more thing. Do we have dinosaur scale? We should have enough now to make ourselves a bed. Excellent. So we'll go on here. Dinosaur scale. I don't know how comfortable it would be to sleep on dinosaur leather, but if it means that we're going to have somewhere better to sleep than just a sleeping spot, I'm not going to complain. There we go. Right, let's assign this to Rakai as well. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a proper sort of sleeping arrangement now, rather than just sleeping on the floor. Things are starting to get quite nice between everyone. And we've now got plenty of meat and food coming in. Still need to wait on our medicine to be done. In fact, Rakai, while I remember, Let's equip that for you, and equip that for you too. Although something we could set up, if we go to Misk, bunker spot. So you know those occasions when enemy colonists run away? Yeah? Instead of just making it completely random, this mod allows us to make it so this is a spot to run to if you need to run away from something. So hopefully that should help things out a bit with us. In fact, something we could do, just to try and make it a bit more uniform. Let's go back onto floors, tiled soil. Uh-oh. Wakai's become the target of this. Okay. Wakai, whereabouts are you? If it does... Oh, Bara's... Oh, nope. They're going at it now. Okay. Not too sure what we can do to avoid this. The best thing I think we can do is keep an eye out if dinosaurs try to attack us by coming over the river, and just hope that we can kill them before they kill us. Like, we've got this bear now making its way across... It's going to have to make its way across to here, yeah? So where's Bara at the moment? Sorting that out. Okay, if we now get Bara to make his way inside. Up, hang on. Okay, Wakai, we're going to need you here. Come out here, Wakai. Bara is going to make your way around. Okay. Did that flee? Good. Okay, get on with your jobs then. Okay, maybe Wakai, we're going to have to keep you here then. Oh, interesting. Obviously, I knew this was not going to be the best idea, but it's going to help a bit now that we know they're going to have to take their sweet time to try and get around. Okay, bleeding out in 18 hours. 14. Perfect. If you can now haul that in, please, Wakai. You might as well take advantage of the extra meat. But annoyingly, we've still got not getting research done. I'll tell you for the moment. Let's swap butchering down so it's not as important. I don't mind if she cooks what we've got, but I would rather have her actually start researching so we can start getting our hands on better stuff. Yeah, so let her finish cooking off, get those meat smoked. And then, yeah, that should work out much better for us. Okay, let's expand this out a bit. Okay. Instead of just doing what you're doing, Bara, can you please just cut all of this in one go? Just so you have plenty available rather than just do a bit, one off, and then do a bit, one off. Much, much better. Thank you. Okay, now all that can be hauled in. And we should have things better set up now. Oh yeah, we need to provide some recreation for these guys now as well. So if we go to recreation, we'll go... Let's put a hoopstone outside here. A water gazing spot right next to where we were, basically. And tribal lore, so we can have a bit of a chat about different things inside there. Now let's do it outside. Yeah, let's pop it here. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think now will be a good time for us to bring today's episode to an end. So already, in just the first episode, we've done a lot. We've built our first cabin of sorts, as well as everything else. We've got things planted, we've got a farm done out. We've survived attacks by our first raid, as well as a dinosaur attack or two. But I should say a bear attack. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the state of things at the moment. However, winter is going to be coming in a few turns. We're in the middle of summer now. We've got autumn and then, of course, winter. So we're going to have to be prepared for that, with making sure we've got enough food to last the 15 days that the season usually lasts, as well as making sure our colonists are going to be warm enough. I think, because it's going to get cold and our temperature can hold it. So it'd be a good idea to get our hands on some cold weather attire as well. But all that's going to happen in the next episode. So for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you join me for more RimWorld. But until then, everyone, take care, and goodbye for now.